This chart scares the out of me, and for whatever reason, nobody's talking about this chart until today. If you're new here, my name is Steve. I'm going to help you have a lot more success and a lot less stress by focusing only on the facts. Hit that subscribe button. It's time to buckle up. We're jumping straight in to 3 specific candles. Now, there are certain candles that print on a chart. When they print, they have the power to absolutely reverse trend. They have the power to really dictate the next handful of candles. And unfortunately, one printed here in 2021. We had one of them print back in 2015, and the second one we'll talk about happened in 2020. All of them have the power, the rare power to reverse trend. Before we get into that, we made a survey for a ton of folks in crypto. We found the #1 thing people are wanting out of crypto is financial freedom. Does that sound like you? There's 2 other things that people are looking for inside of crypto. They're looking for when to buy and when to sell. They're not satisfied with the current strategy of when to buy and when to sell. They want something better. Does that also sound like you? Well, we went into the lab for the past 10 or 12 months to solve these problems, to help you get closer to financial freedom and to give you significantly better buy and sell alerts. And that's exactly what we did. We developed all new indicators, custom designed indicators that keep it simple and clean, that drastically outperform buying and holding. If you're someone that bought and hold, these indicators that we're about to launch have outperformed up to 10x more than just buying and holding. These indicators are on another level, and they're launching September 27th. So there's going to be limited seats because we drastically reduced the price for people that sign up in time and lock in their seat. Okay, it's going to go crazy. You got to get ready on September 27th. It's going to be incredible, and we want to help you get one step closer to your financial freedom with simple and clean buy and sell alerts right to your phone or your email. September 27th. Now, we'll jump into the 3 candles here. We know that this candle happened in 2015, this one in 2020, and this one in 2021. Now, what are these candles, and what does this candle in 2021 mean, and why does this chart scare the shit out of me? Here we go. Candle number 1. This is a hammer candle. Okay, what is a hammer candle? A hammer candle is a bullish reversal candle, and it happens at the bottom of downtrends. So we were in a major uptrend. Prices are going to the moon. We went up to like 1,400. We plummeted all the way down to about $150. This candle printed. When these types of candles print, it's time to really pay attention. It's time to really focus in. This is a bullish reversal. It means that, hey, we went from 1,400 down to 150, but the downtrend is over. It's completely over, and it's time for prices to completely reverse incredibly in a bullish way. So we went from about 153 up to 20K. I would say it's safe to say price reversed from 153. Now, fast forward a handful of years, we printed another one here. We went from 20K all the way down to 3,000, right? And then we printed this hammer candle. This is a bullish reversal candle. This means that downtrend that everyone was wondering, hey, is this going to continue? Coronavirus just hit. Our price is going to continue down. The stock market plummeted. Everything was in turmoil. People were freaking out. There was, you had to stay in your house for like years at a time. That was over because of this candle. And prices went from about 3,000 all the way up to 65 when we printed this. Now, this looks like an inverted hammer, right? If you take a hammer candle, which is this one, and you flip it over, it looks like this one, right? So some people would say, hey, this is an inverted hammer. This is probably pretty good, right? No, this is not an inverted hammer because hammers are not found at the tops of uptrends. This is called a shooting star, unfortunately. What is a shooting star? A shooting star is a bearish reversal candle. It's typically and technically found at the top of an uptrend. This candle, you don't want to mess with this candle. This candle is saying that, hey, price went from 3,000 up to 65, but that party is over and we are reversing price. So the same power that these hammers had This has that same power. There's not many candles that have the complete power to reverse. If you watch our channel, you know about the gravestone doji, okay? You know about the dragonfly doji. Those candles have the same type of power, okay? This shooting star, you don't want to mess with the shooting star. Now let's talk about what can we expect and how accurate are these stars, and can this be a fake shooting star and we're really gonna keep going to the moon? Let's talk about all those. Let's break it down step by step. This candle essentially says the rally is over, prices are going to reverse, and this candle has the power to affect the next handful of candles. Now keep in mind, these are 6-month candles. So we're 3 months in on this candle. We actually brought this up to our community 3 months ago, right here, when we printed this candle. Here we are 3 months later, and we haven't touched those highs of 65K. Now, is it 100% accurate? Is it every time we print a hammer candle on any time frame, they're 100% accurate? There's one thing that's true in charting, okay? If you're looking at price action, what we're doing now, we're not using any indicators, we're just using price action and using candlesticks. There are no certainties in trading. That's the one certainty, is there are no certainties. So can you say, oh, 100% of the time we print a hammer, it's a bullish reversal? No. We can say that there's a higher probability, there's a large probability, a high probability that it will be a reversal, especially if it's found at the bottom of a downtrend, okay? Now, shooting star candles, same. If we find those at the tops of rallies, is it 100% certain? No. We can say that there's a high probability that this could be the reversal, and this would take everybody by surprise. But again, we need to wait for this candle to print, which is 3 months from now, and then we need to see the second candle print, which will happen in 9 months from now, and then we'll know with more certainty what's happening, okay? But is this 100% certain that it's going to be a reversal? No. Are shooting stars bearish reversals? Yes. Those are just facts. So this is something to pay attention to. Unfortunately, nobody's really paying attention to this candle. I don't see this discussed, and probably because nobody likes bad news. And this is pretty much the king of the bad news that I could deliver here. I did want to bring it to your attention. This is something to watch. It's not something to panic over right now or next week. We need to remain patient. We need to remain level-headed. But this is a chart that it's a very serious chart. It's a very serious chart, and it's time to pay attention. Shooting stars are nothing to play with, but I wanted to give an update that this could affect the next multiple candles. And we talked about where we could fall. Let me put it this way. If you gave me this chart, you didn't tell me what it was for, you didn't tell me what time frame it was in, you didn't tell me any information about it, and you just said, hey, Steve, read this chart, this is what I would say. You know, hammer candle, a bullish reversal, hammer candle, bullish reversal. This is a shooting star, and it's likely it's going to impact the next multiple candles, and more than likely it will fall right to here, to 14K. Why? Because that's market structure. It impacted multiple candles in this chart. That's how I would read the chart, and those are just the facts that I see in the chart. I wanted to share it with you. Please don't let this scare the shit out of you. But again, we'll remain level-headed. We'll continue to update on this chart, and September 27th is going to be big. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs.